This is one of those mornings where I realize that to make whatever dreams I want to make possible, I'm going to have to make some drastic changes. And it sounds kind of exhausting, but it also sounds incredibly exciting.
Hey everyone, welcome to Sons and Self. My name is Jelsy and I'm still trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing here. My main goal is to spread self-love. So in today's episode, we're just going through a typical Monday and basically looking at the way I navigate it. So if you're interested in learning more about what my day looks like, this is a good idea of what I do almost every day, definitely every Monday. For all things health, wellness, and self-love, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and like this post so I can continue spreading the love for free.
When you create a dream for yourself, you don't just go on living the same life that you've always lived. You start making small changes in your life in order to make that dream become a reality. And so, this morning, I am going to continue my sacred morning routine. I'm going to plan out my week in order for it to benefit the life that I want to have. I'm going to plan out the day in order for it to bring me closer to the life that I want to have. And I'm going to have to change some things. When you incorporate new things into your life, you get rid of others. And that's okay. But I'm tired of standing still. I'm ready for a moment. I'm ready to get a little scared, to be a little courageous. So, let's get started. I usually get up, start my morning first thing with yoga, but this morning I'm going to start with a glass of water first to get into the habit of continuing to drink more water, because sometimes I think I'm drinking a lot of water. In reality, I am not. So I'm going to start with a glass of water. After my glass of water, it's time to make the bed. After yoga, I do a meditation. So this whole sacred space is a very quiet time for me, and it's a very special time for me. So yoga, I do a meditation using Headspace, and right now the meditation series I'm doing is on creativity and expanding your creativity, and I just finished one on self-love and self-esteem, and both have been absolutely wonderful, and I highly recommend you check them out if you're looking for a new meditation series to do. After meditating, I go downstairs and have coffee or tea and then my breakfast, and I watch some uplifting YouTube videos or educational YouTube videos, or I listen to a podcast. Usually I get dressed before I go downstairs, but I'm trying something new. So after I finish yoga and meditation, I come downstairs and I make some breakfast. Also, while I'm having breakfast, I watch YouTube videos, usually something educational or something inspirational, or I listen to a podcast just to kind of get my day going. I also feed all the hungry puppies. I finished breakfast and got dressed, and now I sit down until I have to leave for work and take out the dogs. And I work on whatever it is that I have on the agenda for that day. And today, it's adding to my little scrapbook, the great weekend that I had.
And then after that, I'm going to sit down and give myself some freedom to be creative and some freedom to figure out like what the heck I'm doing next. Because sometimes you just wake up in the morning, like I did this morning, and you get this spark and this idea of, okay, yes, I want to change my life. I decided that a few weeks or months ago. That all blends together when you're not doing anything. Well, I am doing something, of course, but when you get this spark of change and wanting to change your life, and then you realize that the reason your life is not changing is because you're not doing anything, you're not taking action, then it's time to take action. So I'm giving myself a creative space to do that, to take action. I am running out of time before I go to work. I'm making myself a little bit of a to-do list so I can start to feel a little more clear in what I'm going to be doing this week on, because right now all of it feels a little chaotic, and I'm sure you've been there before where your life feels a little chaotic. This is what I do. I make a list and I work down that list. After I create my list, I separate everything by priority and I focus on the things that are higher on my priority list. And in some ways, yeah, there are things that are more important than others, but when you get to the point where both things are equally as important, remember that more time is wasted on indecision than wrong decision. This is a problem that I always find myself getting into, and so I want to save you some time and some indecision. Just make a choice and take action on it, because you can always come back around to the other thing. Just pick one thing that seems, I'm not even going to say anything more about that. Just pick one thing and run with it. This is basically what a typical morning looks like for me, and depending on what I have to do that day is what I do from 9:30 to 11 when I walk to work and listen to a podcast. Just got back from taking the little puppies out to use the bathroom, and now I am putting together my backpack and my lunch so I can walk to work. At this point, I still feel like I have a lot left to do, and it does feel a little overwhelming, but now I'm creating a separation. So anything that I'm working on before work, I completely let it go on my walk to work so I can actually enjoy the time that I have at work instead of stressing about things that I can't control while I'm at work. Okay, so I got off work not too long ago, cooked some dinner, tidied up the kitchen, and now I'm sitting down to do some of my own work while my sister, my amazing, beautiful, lovely sister, is sitting across from me doing her own work. Sometimes it's really nice to have an accountability partner or someone to just be here with you even though you're doing different things. So that's how the day is wrapping up. In a couple minutes, I'm going to go live to read my Monday night bedtime story, and then I'm going to begin winding down, which right now I don't have a bedtime routine, and that's all right. I kind of like it that way. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video and to step into a typical day in my life. It doesn't always look like that, and it's not always perfect, but it's mine. So I hope this reminds you to own your own day because it's yours. Again, thank you so much for being here. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you want to see more of all things health, wellness, and self-love, hit the subscribe. I'll see you next time.